I'm going to show the new Analyze Refactors feature in action on a real repository. Actually, I'm going to use our own plastic repository which contains the plastic code, and I'm going to diff a branch that we use for integration of several features. So I'm just going to diff it. You see it's a big diff. There are like a lot of files being modified, being added, being moved, deleted, and all. It also contains a bunch of merges from other branches, right? Well, what I'm going to do is to click on the new feature, which is Analyze Refactors, and then Plastic starts parsing all the code on the branch and trying to figure out if there are refactors affecting groups of files. So the first thing you're going to see is that there are new groups here. Before we only had like merge, change, added, move, deleted, but now we have something else which is called refactor group. If you click on the refactor group, you see a diagram showing the multi-file semantic diff, which basically means it's showing several files, how the methods were moved from one file to the other. For instance, in this case, we see the read3 method that was moved from the read3 here from file replicator to file db change a tree fetcher. The next thing is you can just click and diff it. This is completely impossible to do if you don't have the multi-file semantic diff, because basically you cannot diff code from two different files. You see the differences and so on. Okay, there are other methods being moved, a lot of code being changed, another method here being moved. I think this one is just being moved from a different location on the file. It has just been moved up, and then you also quickly see the members and methods that have been added. Okay, let's now go to the next refactor, because actually, as you can see here, it detected like 9 different refactor groups. Okay, I'm going to jump into the next one and see what happens. Okay, this is a very interesting one. This is a very simple one, but it's really nice to understand it when it's displayed this way. It's simply that I have a rep ID class that has been moved to its own file. Very, typical refactor. When your file grows a lot, you just move it and split it to its own file. You can group and change it. You see that the file is bigger, and then you see how the class was just moved. There are no changes inside the class, and I can even show everything, and you'll see it's a really big file, and the only change is that you moved the class. If you click on the code, you actually see how it's decorated with the new multi-file move decorator, and you can go to the move code, and basically you go to the new rep ID file, and you see here the entire class. Okay, let's go for the next one. Here is another case of code being moved across files. The first one you see is that, okay, we have the cluster sequencer. Okay, let me locate it again. Yeah, we have a new file called close sequence retriever, which is this one, and for instance, this method has been just moved there. Sorry, the entire class, and a couple of its methods were removed. So it's been just moved there, and if I show and change it, you see how, well, the class being moved there, and one of the methods stayed, but all the others are added, and the member also stayed. And then how a couple of methods were renamed and also modified. Let's check them. Yeah, it's just a couple of declarations that are modified. Okay, so on to the next one. Well,